silly people, and there were many, not only in enemy countries, might discount the force of the United States. Some said they were soft, others that they would never be united. They would fool around at a distance. They would never come to grips. They would never stand bloodletting. Their democracy and system of recurrent elections would paralyze their war efforts. They would just be a vague blur on the horizon to friend or foe. Now we will see the weakness of the numerous but remote, wealthy, and talkative people. But I'd studied the American Civil War, fought out to the last desperate inch. American blood flowed in my veins. I thought of a remark which Edward Grey had made to me more than 30 years before, that the United States is like a gigantic boiler. Once the fire is lighted under it, there is no limit to the power it can generate. Those words sometimes are words we hear about America today, but that was 80 years ago when Americans were shocked today as news came over the radio that our country was under attack. And I've met so many people who were galvanized by that, who went immediately to depot after depot to sign up to go be part of a cause greater than themselves, to head off to lands they'd never heard of, but they didn't care where they were going. They knew there was a great cause, the great cause of freedom. And those words that our enemies thought of America, they proved out to be false. And these are words by one of the greatest leaders, I think, in world history, Winston Churchill. No American will think it wrong of me if I proclaim that to have the United States at our side was to me the greatest joy. I could not foretell the course of events. I do not pretend to have measured accurately the martial might of Japan. But now in this very moment, I knew the United States was in the war up to the neck and into the death. So we'd won after all. We would not be wiped out. Our history would not come to an end. We might not even have to die as individuals. Hitler's fate was sealed. Mussolini's fate was sealed. As for the Japanese, they would be ground to powder. All the rest was merely the proper application of overwhelming force. No doubt it would take a long time. I expected terrible forfeits in the East, but all this would be merely a passing phase. United, we could subdue everybody else in the world. Many disasters, immeasurable cost, and tribulation lay ahead, but there was no more doubt about the end. And then I love this sentence: being saturated and satiated with emotion and sensation, I went to bed and slept the sleep of the saved and thankful. We're not weak. We're strong. We're united. We have a sense of purpose. We help others. We grab the torch and we head out and light the way for those that are oppressed. And we do that abroad, and we do that here in our community. I see so many people that stand up and rise to the challenge. That challenge we grabbed 80 years ago, we still take that on today, and we rise up and we help those around us in need. So, a few words to think on December 7th. See you soon.